Hey everyone, and welcome to Race City Marine. So today we're going to take you on a tour of one of our brand new boats. This is our Chris Craft Launch GT31. For more information on this boat, to schedule your test drive or take a look at any of our other inventory, you can check out our contact information down in the description below. So we have a very beautifully painted exterior for this Chris Craft. You'll notice the fountain blue metallic for the upper section of the hull, midnight blue is for the stripe, and then the entire base is ivory cream for the lower section. Now this boat also has the integrated bow thruster, so there is a joystick at the cockpit that you can use, and this really helps further maneuver this boat in tight situations. Doesn't matter where you are out on the water, makes it a lot more maneuverable. Now at the bow of the boat, you'll notice that we have the motorized anchor, so when you're out with your friends and family, you can easily lower and bring that back in. Now, for the upper section of this boat, this has the painted to match GT hardtop with the motorized sunshade, which you can currently see is in the open position. Very beautiful. It has all of the lighting as well as part of the sound system incorporated in the undersection there. As we move on to the back of this boat, this does offer twin engines. You'll notice that each side has a twin prop as well to give you a lot of power to get this boat up and moving. And then for the entire rear deck here, we have the walnut for all of the wood interior. Very beautiful to see this on the back section. We also have a smart plug where you can hook up some accessories. We have part of the JL audio. There's even a water hookup. For this rear-facing transom seat, you'll notice that the upholstery is finished off in beautiful almond and oyster, along with the navy blue stitching and piping that you will see. Very nice place to hang out and relax when you're out on the water. We even have an armrest with 2 cup holders, so you can sit back, relax, enjoy whatever drinks you may have. You'll notice we have a transom remote for the audio, so you don't even have to get up in order to listen to your tunes. Now over on this side next to me, this is a pretty large compartment where you can put some longer items if you need to. So we have a good amount of storage space. And then if you do have any water sports equipment that you want to tow, we do have the tow hook that easily pops out and goes back into place. Now you'll notice there's more of that teak for the step, and we have a nice entry and exit way into this boat, along with a grab handle if for whatever reason you need to hang on to that. We have 2 steps to enter the main cabin. Now also over on this side, there's a control panel to turn on and off your battery, along with the various auxiliaries that you can easily control. There's even a side exit door, so all you need to do is lift this straight up. I can rotate this in and it will almost lock into place right there. So now you can enter and exit from the side. If you're pulling up to a dock or you just want to jump off from the side, you can do that. And then it easily rotates back outwards and we can lock it back into place. Now for the main seating area, you'll notice that we have the table folded out at the moment. It actually collapses underneath both of these cushions, which is nice to see. You can actually fold half of it up just to give you a little bit better entry and exit way into the main section of the boat. So you can have all of your friends back here with whatever you have for the day. And with the wraparound seating, it's definitely a very nice and comfortable place to be. You'll notice we have another armrest with 2 cup holders. There's even one on the back section that I showed earlier. So we have another spot here so that way you can have all of your drinks and all of your food. Now to show the process of folding in this table, we can remove these cushions on both sides, where you'll notice under this one that I just removed, there's an integrated cooler. So we will open that up here in just a second. These cushions are pretty lightweight, and this is an easy process to do. This is something that is very, very nice to have. You don't have to worry about storing this table. All you have to do is lift it up and put it into place. It is that easy. You'll notice there's a little bit more storage here. We have some other battery accessories and components. And then just like that, these cushions are back in place. Your table is now out of the way and you have a little bit more room depending on what you're doing for the day. Now, like I mentioned, we have the cooler here, one of the coolers, where you can put some drinks, any snacks that you may have. And then directly across from that, we have our second cooler. So by opening this up, we have a little bit of a freezer in the upper section too. You can place whatever you have with you for the day, and you can even cook out. By lifting this up, we have our grill along with the sink, so you can put some attachments here with the sink there to hook up to the water, which is what I showed earlier. And you even have a trash can on the side. This is a one-stop shop for grilling out burgers, whatever you have for the day. You can do it here. You can watch yourself too as you do it. And then you have a nice flat surface so you can prepare all of that food once it is cooked. Now, as we work our way to the dual captain's chairs for your driver and your riders, you'll notice that these are very wide. You could probably have 2 people sitting here very comfortably if you wanted to. If you need a little bit more height, we have that adjustable bolster, and you'll notice the attention to detail with these seats. We'll have the chrome, all of that blue piping, even the Chris Craft logo, which you'll see here soon. Also, over on this passenger side, we have some auxiliaries, more of that wood teak. There's 2 cup holders. We have a small glove box where you could place any items that you want to. And this boat even has a restroom facility. You can open this all the way up, where now you have all of the amenities that you need. And it is fully equipped for when you're out there on those long days. You have a nice place where you could change as well if you needed to. There's even a window here to provide some light for you. We have a little bit more storage space above that. And then over on this driver's side now, we have a lot of awesome controls. Same seat, of course, gives you a very comfortable position while you're at the helm of this boat. Now, over on my right side, you'll notice we have the dual ignition switches for the twin Mercury engines. This has a pair of 6.8 liter V8 engines with 700 horsepower to get this boat up and moving. We have our twin throttle controls with all of the other information that you need there, along with the start stop. And like I mentioned earlier, with that bow thruster, we have the joystick positioned just in front of this throttle. So that way you can actually move this boat sideways if you need to for better maneuverability. There's another thruster control to the right side of that, the head unit for the audio. There's also plates integrated into the hull, which you can further control to keep the trim of the boat up. And then for the steering wheel, very beautiful with the leather as well as the teak, and the Chris Craft logo even floats. So when you're turning the steering wheel, you will always see that in the upright position. Pretty cool to see. We have Launch 31 GT in that brushed aluminum with the speedometer just above that. And then the massive Garmin touchscreen system where you have a lot of controls that you can go through. There's the sunshade like I showed earlier. We have the speakers, even the anchor, all of the lighting. If I push in the middle, we can even pull up the navigation. So that way you can see where you are. It doesn't matter what water you are on. We have a fishing chart, even a 3D chart that you can go through and look at. So there's a lot of cool vitals within this screen that you can monitor, even the fisheye view there. So that way you can monitor your depth as well. Underneath that, we have a lot more controls for your horn, your bilge. We have the anchor that you can put up and down, along with the engine hatch, which is power operated. And then we have the seat heaters, as well as your cockpit lights and your blower. More of that teak surrounds it. It just gives it a beautiful feel to drive this boat. Now let's work our way to the bow, where we can easily open up this window. You'll notice too that we have the divider here, so you can put that across. You can close the windshield just to keep you a little bit warmer on those cooler days. And we even have a lot of storage space up underneath my feet. So just by loosening both of those, you can see we have the boat cover in here at the moment. We even have an additional ladder. So this ladder right here will go towards that side door. So that way you can use that to enter and exit from more than one position. And we can easily close this up. There's another smaller compartment just in front of that. So you have a little bit more room where you could place some other items as needed. You have some battery access and all of those components located underneath too. Now for the bow of this boat, it has a really nice wraparound design. You can definitely sit here very comfortably no matter where you are. Both of these seats also can turn into forward-facing captain's chairs. So we have the armrests that you can maneuver down. And if I open up the backrest, you have a lot more storage space where you can fit a lot more items if you need to, and you can even flip up the seat underneath that. You can do that on both sides. There's a drain plug too, so this could act as another cooler. You could put any wet items in here if needed. And you'll notice too that there's even another remote for the head unit for the audio. So that way you can chill up front and adjust those tunes if you need to. We have cup holders, more speakers. You can even remove these other 2 cushions as well for even more storage. And then at the very bow of the boat, we have the anchor like I mentioned earlier. So by opening this up, you can just see some of those components, even a remote here, so you can use this from the bow of the boat itself. So there's a look at our brand new Chris Craft Launch GT31. Exquisite boat with all of the materials that you're going to see, from the teak to the leather. It is a fantastic boat. The craftsmanship is definitely top notch with all of the luxuries and the technology that you are going to get when you're out on the water with your friends and family. So if you have any questions on this boat, you'd like to schedule a test drive or check out the rest of our inventory, check out our contact information down in the description below, and we look forward to seeing you out on the water.